Here I am, everybody. My name is Victor, and of course, I will answer questions of any kind. If you drop a question in the comments, I will answer your question as best I can. Or, will, like, if you ask me like my phone number, I probably won't, give out my phone number, but I will try to answer your questions other than like my phone number, or even my phone number. I'll try to answer your question. I probably won't answer it completely because, my wife would stab me in the throat. So just saying, I will try to answer questions of any time, of any kind. Okay, so let's see what we got here, everyone. So we're going to start with what's on Twitter, and then we're going to answer these questions as best we can. So let me share my screen over here. Boom, 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 boom. If you got any questions, please throw them in the comments on whatever platform you're watching on. I try to go live at least once a day and answer a few questions. Here is the question. Like an AMA? Sort of, yeah, like an AMA, but not as well put together or regulated. For instance, you don't know if I'm me. Like they make you, when you're doing an AMA, they make you certify in some way your identity, prove your identity. Why did I say certify? Who knows? That's not the important thing. The important thing is in an AMA, they make sure that you are who you are. And right now, you don't know if I could be like a version of myself, or I just could be anything. All right. Looks like we got a question from Rachel Teichman. Which movie cliche makes you happy? Which movie cliche makes me happy? I would probably say the movie cliche that AI always turns on people. That's one of my favorite things. In fact, Rachel, you're my friend. We were playing Gears of War last night, and remember there was an AI robot. By the way, this is spoilers for Gears of War 5. If you guys are playing Gears of War 5, there's an AI robot who's like showing you around. And at one point, I was like, "This robot's going to double cross us so hard," and he did, because that's what AI does. They double cross people. So that's, I think, the one that makes me happiest, when AI is like, "Hey, everything's cool. Come on in. Ha ha ha. I'm artificial intelligence. Of course, I don't like you, flesh bags," or whatever like he might call you. All right. Okay, so let's see what we have here. Oh, Dizzy, my new cat. People seem to like him. You want to see a picture of my new cat, everybody? This is Dizzy. Boom. There he is. There he is. This picture was just taken, I would say, less than 5 minutes ago. And it's Dizzy straight up trying to flirt with me, I think. I don't know what was happening. It was just Dizzy doing his thing. Dizzy's a great cat. So if you guys like cats, you'll love Dizzy. He's where is he? I thought he. I don't know where he was. It doesn't. No, it's fine. You don't have to get him. My lovely wife has offered to grab Dizzy for me, but that is not necessary. All right, so I'm going to see if there's any questions on Twitter, but remember, if you're watching on any platform, this is Friday free-for-all. You can ask questions of any kind that you want. Troy says, "Hello, Vic." Thank you, Troy. I prefer Victor, but hello. All right. And let's see what's happening over here. If you have a question, Troy, just let me know. I would love to answer your question. Love it. All right, so let's see. I said that I was going to answer questions of any kind, and I don't know where I put that on my Twitter. You guys are looking through the back door of my Twitter. Here's the actual thing streaming right there. And then this is when I announced, but it looks like people have liked it, they have retweeted it, but nobody actually answered any questions. Let me tell you a little bit about Dizzy while I'm sitting here. While you guys are thinking up what questions you want to ask, let me tell you a little bit about our cat, Dizzy. So my friend Lupe just had a litter of kittens. Well, actually, his cat had a litter of kittens. Lupe had the cat that had the litter of kittens. And a lot of them were snapped up really fast. Leslie and I had our eyes on getting a kitten for a while. So when Lupe said to me, hey, one of those kittens is available because somebody bailed on it, and we were like, yeah, this is quarantine time. Of course, we want another kitten. And so we grabbed that cat as fast as we could and then brought home hello. I got a hello from It's Me 666X. Hello, It's Me 666X. If you have a question, I will answer it because I'm answering questions of any kind. That was from Twitch. It's Me 666X. Well, anyway, while we are waiting for someone else to ask a question, here is my cat again. Whoops, here he goes. And so he came to our house, and he was actually very shy for the first day. We didn't know how long it was going to take him to get comfortable with our other cat, Miles. We thought it may have taken more than a day, but more than a couple of days, but it ended up being just about a day, maybe 2 days before they started playing together and having a very good time. Anyway, all hail Dizzy, and welcome to the show. If you have questions of any kind, then please ask. I think we have one question out here. Let's get rid of Dizzy and look at this question. This question comes from Caitlin Lasley. This is actually my younger sister. And she asks, why is your last name in caps but not your first name? Well, I would say it is a typographical choice for this because there's not many Varnados in entertainment, so sometimes I emphasize the word Varnado. Anyway, so, I mean, I guess it doesn't have to be that way. I'm sorry if it offended you, Caitlin, but, you know, maybe someday you can get over it. We have another question from It's Me 666X. Would you fight one horse-sized duck or 100 duck-sized horses? Well, I mean, if it were for my life, easily 100 duck-sized horses. I'll tell you why. Because horses are only intimidating because of their size. With those spindly little legs, it would be so easy to take 100 duck-sized horses. I mean, I unfortunately would feel for them because you have more empathy for horses than ducks, even though it's not much. But I would be very sad for those horses that I would demolish. But with those tiny little legs, it would be so easy. I hope I've answered your question. It's me, 666X. It's me, 666X. What if that's like, I'm the devil, 666X. Like, it's me. Get it? It's me, 666. You guys, it's very hard sometimes to stay positive. I had another cartoon in the New Yorker today. On the New Yorker site. I will show you that. And this is actually a great day for my cartoons in the New Yorker. And I'll tell you why. It's because this is the very first cartoon that the New Yorker has bought from me that has nothing to do with being black. This is the first one that has absolutely, and it's not on them. I was pitching them a lot of comics that had to do with being black because I was like trying to get into the New Yorker. But this is the one of the first ones they've ever bought from me that has nothing to do with being black. So way to go, New Yorker. Thanks a lot. Caitlin Lasley has a few smiles on her face. Thanks, Caitlin. I miss you. So hopefully I can come see you after this whole pandemic has run its course. Oh, and the country's put back together. You know, then I'll come check you out. If you have any questions, let me know. So the origin of this comic, I would say, was that I think I was hanging out with somebody and I was like, what's going on with the murder hornets right now? Because like that was a big thing. Like when they first announced the murder hornets, everybody was like, oh no, it's murder hornets. But then, you know, the world turned its attention to other places, and because we were like, the murder hornets is going to be the new coronavirus. Like they're just going to fly around the country in swarms and start taking out kids. That's what everybody thought. They're like, a murder hornet could kill 5 dogs, and but I mean, I know they're still out there, but they're just not in the news. And so I figured that if a murder hornet was trying to get into a party where everything is a problem, then it would be hard for the murder hornet to get into that party because nobody remembers them. Poor murder hornet. One thing about this is so many people have gotten this wrong. So many people have gotten this actual murder hornet thing wrong. Hold on, let me answer your question. Let me answer the question that just came through, and then I'll tell you how people have gotten the cartoon wrong. Who are you from It's Me 666? Well, that is a very big existential question, but I will answer it in what you expected rather than the way I really want to go, which is just to talk about, you know, who are we really? My name is Victor Varnado. I do a lot of things. I am an actor and a comedian and a cartoonist and a filmmaker. I guess I'm a television producer. I made a bunch of stuff in all of those areas that I mentioned. I've done something of note in those areas, like something where you'd be like, oh, that's a real example of working in that field. So I'm not just like carrying around a card and being like, ladies, I'm a producer. Let me see your skirts. I guess take off your skirts. If I was a producer, I'd be like, ladies, I'm a producer. That's what guys used to do before there was internet and people could check on their credentials. Anyway, so this this cartoon, one person wrote on the New Yorker site when this cartoon was up, that one person wrote that this happened a couple of months ago. You guys are so late, not realizing that the joke is this happened a couple of months ago, and then everybody forgot about it. And so they were just, it's really funny when you get on a platform as large as that for your work. It's funny to see like how people interpret it, because people from all walks of life with all kinds of ways of thinking will come in and throw down their 2 cents on whatever it is you're working on. Let's see. That's my dream. It's me 666. What's your dream? Like all of it? Everything? I personally am your dream, or one of the things that I do for a living is your dream? It's hard for me to tell. I mean, you're just a yellow circle with the black line. I mean, how can I tell what you're about? Like, it's hard. Wait, one more question from It's Me 666. By the way, if you're watching out there, removing girls' skirts. I really wish I hadn't asked in that case. Sorry, It's Me 666. I mean, you know, maybe someday it can be a reality that you can remove a girl's skirt if you don't put up comments on the internet like that about girls' skirts. It's kind of like what's the opposite of a self-fulfilling prophecy? Where you never get your dream if you talk about your dream too much, especially when it's creepy. So I don't know what to tell you, but maybe just do the opposite of what of whatever you're doing right now for the ladies. Wow. It's Me 666. You just threw off my vibe. I'm about to get back on that horse, though. Here we go. This weekend is, I'll tell you what I'm doing this weekend. Maybe you guys can tell me what you're doing this weekend. Friday, which is tonight, I'm playing Dungeons and Dragons. If you can probably see that I'm a fan of Dungeons and Dragons. Like if you look at my backdrop, you can see that I'm a fan of Dungeons and Dragons. How can I show you my back? Oh, so yeah, if you can look at some of the stuff in my backdrop, you can see I'm a fan of D&D. That's actually from the original player's handbook. And then I am playing Dungeons and Dragons tonight. Then tomorrow I'll be teaching a class. So actually, you could take it for absolutely free. I'm teaching a class on how to make a web series. It's just like a free class. Basically, what I'm doing is I'm recording material for something else, like where I have to teach people how to make web series. But while I'm doing that recording, I'm just going to live stream it so you can just learn how to do it for free. So if you're interested in learning how to do a web series, just go to altartsacademy.com and sign up for our like Facebook or whatever, and you can find out how to make a web series for absolutely free. Go for it, everybody. Just do it as you want to do. Are there any more questions? It's me, 666, creeped us all out a little bit, but they're cool. You're fine. Everything's going to be all right. But if there's questions from anybody else, please let me know because, of course, like I said, this is Friday night. Did I say Friday night? We'll say it's Friday night. This is Friday night free-for-all where you can ask any question that you want to. And there's lots of stuff that you can ask questions about. What have I got going on that might be question-worthy? The last week I recorded a comedy show with Michael Che. I did all the behind the scenes recording of a comedy show that he did. I make cartoons a lot about social issues and about nonsense. I am trying to make a new EP for a side hip hop character I do called King Supernuts II. More on that later, of course. I'm actually making a video game that you can play while listening to the music. This is probably a terrible idea, but who knows whether or not it's going to be worthwhile. Well, I'll tell you what, if we don't have any more questions, I will say this. It was great talking to most of you, and it's me, 666. I hope that you figure it out with the ladies because I want everyone to have what they want as long as, you don't screw with other people too much. I wish you all luck. Thanks for hanging out. I will answer questions of any kind again next time. And bye-bye. Here we go. I'm going to do the stop button. Here it comes. It's time to stop.